Let's talk about two ways that you can refinance your Parent Plus loans and when you should not refinance your Parent Plus loans. The first way is to refinance that loan into your own name. This is technically your obligation. The Parent Plus loan, even though it's taken out to pay for a child's undergraduate degree, it's still technically debt in your name alone. That means that you are not the cosigner, you are the actual borrower. Which means that if your intent is to actually cover your child's education, if that's the deal that you struck with your child, then you can refinance that lender much as anyone would refinance their student loans. You would just apply with a variety of different lenders, maybe the ones listed on our blog here, or somewhere else if you want to, and then you would just pay whatever that monthly payment is until it's gone, or you can also make extra payments, and there's no prepayment penalties if you do that. Now, I will admit that that's usually not what people are asking me about. They ask me more about the second way to refinance Parent Plus loans. And the second way is to refinance the loan from your name into your child's name. So only the two best lenders, the two easiest lenders to work with, in my experience for this, are Common Bond and Laurel Road. So both of those two companies will take the loan out of your name and put it into the child's name. And that helps for a lot of different reasons. It helps the child kind of get used to having that adult responsibility. It perhaps helps that person's credit score. It also helps, you from not having that burden of that debt going into retirement, which is an important thing. So if that was the deal that, you were going to help them get the loans, but then the child was supposed to pay it back, then that second option where you do the refinancing with Common Bond or Laurel Road into your child's name is an attractive option. Either way, you should be able to get a cash bonus for doing that if you go through studentloanplanner.com/refi, R-E-F-I, because we have the best refinancing deals anywhere on the internet and it doesn't affect the interest rate. Now, when should you not refinance your Parent Plus loans? If you owe a six-figure amount, or if you just owe more than what you earn, then it's dangerous to refinance your Parent Plus loans because you could be able to get them onto an income contingent repayment plan and potentially have those loans forgiven. So an example of this is we've had several clients with a couple $100,000 or even $400,000 is the highest we've ever seen of Parent Plus loans for one or multiple children. And then you can get that on a plan where you're paying 20% of your income for 25 years. And at the end of those 25 years, that balance is forgiven and you pay income taxes on the forgiven balance. You could also apply for a disability discharge because at that point you'd probably be at least in your 80s and you'd be able to get that debt probably discharged tax-free since it's federal debt. You should not refinance Parent Plus loans when you're mostly going to be depending on Social Security income in retirement because Social Security is usually not calculated in that income contingent repayment number, which means that you get to pay a much smaller amount towards your loans for an extended length of time. And so this is a very common mistake that people make when they're struggling with Parent Plus loans. But the best way to handle them, of course, is to get them down to zero. So that means either refinancing them into your child's name or refinancing them into your name. Any questions, just leave it in the blog post or this YouTube video.